I watched someone playing Alan Wake yesterday. Have I already played Alan Wake? Well, let me pick an episode. I thought you didn't get Nightmare until... We're not gonna... Oh, I can't select Nightmare. I see. We're gonna do hard. I don't remember it being that hard. I have exclusively played this through on hard. I've played through a few times. And I'm quickly gonna run over and turn the light off for the ambience. This is Alan Wake. He's a bad man and he smells like unwashed ass. That's important Alan Wake law.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic.
That looks very quiet.
Had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest.
Turn it up a bit.
Remember in the end.
We'll see.
My name is
Maybe I
Alan
can get
Wake.
subtitles on.
I'm a writer.
That big sting should definitely have been louder though. I do have the volume at like twice as high as usual. It's just a quiet game, I guess.
It was wild and dark and...
Tell you what. That's it. Beautiful.
Weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began.
Plus, Alan Wake starts with an A, so you know we gotta do it. No reason.
Following a typical
I do really like this video game.
I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Alan. Bad hitchhiking form though, just standing in the middle of the road.
Dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
We're gonna go for like 2 hours, I think. I think. It's not gonna be a long, long one, but you know.
Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
I don't remember this being how Alan Wake started. I mean, I guess this is what's happening now. There is a thermos flask down there. Game, you can't try and lure me away. I've seen the flask.
I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
You showed me the flask. He's run. He does do that funny little wibble when you start running.
The bridge had collapsed.
That's because it's the same button as dodge.
Another way to the lighthouse.
At least he should just be doing the dodge if I tap it. Now he's tired, so I need to... Oh, stand still. There is an animation for that as well, actually. It just didn't happen. Oh, it's the man. He's fine.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder?
I had to push the bucket off, but it didn't work. Ooh. We doing hops over here. Beautiful.
You missed your...
Now, Cash did do Alan Wake, but I want to do Alan Wake, so you know. Oh, that was way early.
You can't stop.
What do you mean, well done? Okay. There we go. We need a torch, though.
I realized that
Never
the
mind.
hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Yeah, we've been holding down the button to sprint. We've been doing this? This is on the Xbox, by the way. I know I could... Yeah, no, too tired to sprint anymore. It happens quickly. There we go. We got that.
Hurry!
Can't sprint for too long, but he does just need to stand still for like 1 second, or just regular run for like a few to get back on his feet. I saw my windows out.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No!
Okay, they might be a little bit loud now, but we'll see.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
You can wiggle this chair. Oh, get to the lighthouse. Tom the poet. I feel like I should be looking at something and I don't see anything to look at.
The cabin was a death trap. I had
Good
to get
idea.
out.
Where are we getting? Where are we going now? No, that way. Oh. It's fine.
Follow the light.
Followed?
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Running into one of he does heal over time, but running into one of these will heal you way faster. Also, most enemies will despawn while you're standing in one of those.
Well done. I have something.
I think all
important to
enemies
tell you.
despawn like
It
yeah,
goes like
it might be
this.
weird.
For he did not know
Might be a little weird.
that beyond the lake he called home
Stairs, please,
lies a
bud.
deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wild
It's not a
and
lake.
serene.
It's an ocean.
Ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can
Do
only
we have
show
a
you the
revolver?
most important
Could I
thing.
have a revolver?
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence.
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
can't hurt him
It's not
now.
looking great.
Darkness will harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
Beautiful. So, mechanic.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn
You
the
do this
darkness away.
to strip the dark armor off people. They don't take damage until you've done this, except from there's a couple of weapons that do it. So he's now vulnerable to damage.
Now the
Had we a
darkness no longer
revolver,
protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
now we can stun him by flashing a torch in his face, which is beautiful, and also shoot him. We want to tap the button to reload the gun,
Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will
because
give
it
you
makes it
back
happen
your
way
dream.
faster. The torch uses its battery really fast when you're shining it at people. You want to put new batteries in if you need to. Alan can do that without even turning the torch off. You've 10 game score.
You made me this way, and now I'm
So we want to shine the torch at him until that happens. And now we would like to shoot him in the head. There's not actually locational damage. You don't need to shoot him in
This
the head.
is it.
Whoops. Also. Okay. Well, decide a battery. That'll do. I was gonna say something, but it's we'll give it a minute now. There he goes. We got in the light, so he just went away. The bullet weapons, so the pistols, the shotguns, the revolver, they care whether or not the enemy has the darkness armor. Won't damage them at all if they have darkness armor.
Just like
The flag gun does not care about darkness armor. It is basically a rocket launcher. It's very fun. There's a couple other... Well, there's one other weapon that does that. I reckon I can just scoot past this guy. They can all run faster than you if you're not sprinting. And you can't sprint for very long.
I can keep this up forever.
I do quite like the core systems of Alan Wake. It looks pretty well, I reckon. That was a little... Try not to get hit by the barrel. Oop. I see a shadow. I don't know what's causing it. It's fine, we're at the lighthouse. Calm. What are you scared of? You got flag up. There's only like 7 different weapons in the whole game, I think, so we'll go over everything in more detail. But the flag gun, real powerful. Probably gonna one-shot your regular enemies, basically for the full game. Revolver is the weakest weapon, but you carry quite a lot of ammo, and it's still not bad. It's gonna be your workhorse for the whole game.
Maybe just another nightmare.
Except for like when you get really little on, you end up with there's levels where you just get tons of shotgun shells.
More than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
I don't know if anyone's there, but do tell me if the volume's fucked, because this game's weird and it's hard to tell. You'll have to though. We love lurkers here. Genuinely all about lurkers. It's the default state of being on Twitch. It's fine.
Let's act
Whoa.
like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the back.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest?
Huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader.
Alan Wake, of
myself.
course, is
I
a
hope this
famous
isn't too
horror writer.
presumptuous of
He's
me,
actually one of the few
I'm the
people
night
who's
host of
written
a
more books than
radio
he's read.
station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on
Sorry, I'm
vacation.
just spinning the
In
camera
fact,
for no reason now.
I'd
It's bloody
appreciate it
nice
if we
here.
could keep my
The art
point
direction
here
of this
just
game
between
is
the two of us.
extremely
I'm sure you
nice.
understand.
Fair enough. You can
Even
trust
if,
me,
you know,
Mr.
the graphics may have aged a little bit since this is on the Xbox
I hope
360.
you two have a lovely holiday.
I still think it's a nice looking game. There is a remastered version that I don't have and probably should have. But you know, old one works fine and we need those Chivos. Don't know why I'm looking in the cars. Can we get some fresh seafood? Fish and something. Shrimp? Fish and shrimp? Weird. Do we do anything or?
Very nice.
Okay.
I got a couple of really good ones.
Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Bright Falls. That's where we are.
Just want to make sure you
Home of the annual Beer Fest.
recharge.
That's true.
So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you
Big deal.
call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for
Dear
you,
God.
buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Which car's our car? You said back, so do we live in this car? Or do we live in this car? We live in this car. That did look like more of an
We
Alan
need to
Wake
stop
car,
at the
to
local
be
diner
honest.
to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15
I may
minutes.
have gone live without my usual soda, so we might have to take a break in a
Thank
minute.
you for coming here with me.
I
Just
love
a
you
quick
too.
one.
Go on. I'll promise to behave.
And you had forgot something.
I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking
Of the
for...
weirdest face.
Alan Wake.
He
Oh,
said hi.
God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books.
Oh, hey.
I got the cut up from the bookstore
Right.
when they took it out of
So
the
much
window.
for a quiet vacation. And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Bro. Considering there is a way.
Do me a favor, Sonny.
These
I could
guys?
really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
These two are amazing. I'll hear nothing to the contrary.
You put the lime in the coconut. Drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I
It
won't
does that.
murder
Get
you in
stuck.
your sleep.
Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. Yes, that's my favorite tune.
There's a quick time event.
Coconut. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
This is it. Hell.
They're having a good time.
Go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am.
I didn't want to wait.
Oh,
I
there's a
wanted to
bit of
find
that.
Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
I don't know why I tried to
Overeager
go in there.
fans always did.
Just saw a
Hello?
door. It's a video game. You just try and go in.
Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
She's
Thanks.
nice.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring. You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
It's a pretty good song.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything.
I am gonna go crazy if I stand near the jukebox for any more time than this. I have to leave.
Splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
The Andersons, they're
we need
local
to-
musicians.
If we
We're
get
waiting for Dr. Hartman
camera
to come
over
pick them
here,
up. They
it's
wandered
a
off to this
manageable
clinic at the
volume
Cauldron
now,
Lake
I'd
Lodge.
say. DFS.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Oh, he already
Diner
got
was
the
a
keys.
real nut
Let's see.
house.
Can you believe this?
The
place?
helpful lady gave
This
us the
seems like a
keys.
wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See
I'm
those
slightly
stars winking down
concerned.
at you.
This game may occasionally play music that's gonna get the VOD muted, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. You just talk really loudly until it stops. See? There's little intermissions in between chapters with music. We'll have to skip those.
Wow. It's gorgeous.
I'll be fine.
It's
If
something,
the VOD
alright.
gets muted, it gets muted.
Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
We're just playing video games over here.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Oh, Alan were afraid of the dark. Maybe it's Alan wife who's afraid of dark.
Come on.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
I'll give it a go. It's probably
Hello?
not upstairs.
Anyone here?
I think there's a thing outside.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less.
Oh,
We'll see if we can.
that is a
throw
nice
into an
view.
interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBFFM.
Probably don't want to go
Hi,
down
it's
there.
Rose.
Well, hello, Rose. What's on
No,
your
that's
mind?
shed.
I know who that famous artist was.
Power lines
It
coming
was
out of it.
Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer. I just saw him at the diner.
That's fine.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
I did see that. But then I got distracted by the big fish. I wanted to see if it sang. This is going to be a recurring minigame, I believe, if we can find the door. There is a generator in there, we just have to access it.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Yeah, we'll have to do that a lot, and sometimes under more stressful conditions. I'm sure it's fine.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
Oh. I didn't
It
really
was a
do
beautiful
anything.
place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought
Alan
we could
cutting
be
himself
happy
off.
here.
Where am I? How'd I get over here? I do just like outdoorsy places with big hills and stuff, so you know.
Alice?
That
Honey?
is Bass.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Whomst Zane? Oh, I see that thermos. There's like a bazillion of those in the game. They don't do anything when you pick them up, but you get an achievement if you get all of them. It's not the kind of collectible I really care about. We can also find manuscript pages, which you can actually read.
Surprise!
I like those better.
What is this?
I'll move the
I guess I have
microphone a
small
little bit
confession to
closer.
make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past.
Damn, Alice, everyone
Hey, hey, hey!
Alan
just
kinda
hear me out.
sucks.
There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice!
Alan kinda sucks.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it.
Oh, his jacket looks...
Alice?
Actually, it looks a lot better in the preview than on my TV. I still haven't changed my brightness, and it's still unreasonably high.
Alice!
It's fine. As long as what you're seeing
The
is a
cabin
little...
had gone dark.
Little
All the
nicer.
lights were out.
Oh yeah, I knew what I meant to say earlier. About shining the torch.
Alice, I'm coming! It's alright, I'm coming!
What the hell?
The touch battery regenerates really slowly, but you kind of want... If you need to use it, you need to use it. So just dump the resources into it. Keep it firing.
Alice? Alice?
Also, you're not aiming when you're shining the torch at people. Alan is always perfectly accurate.
Oh no!
So it kind of looks and feels like it's aiming. It's on left trigger and stuff, and it zooms the camera in a bit, but you're actually always aimed. You don't need to like focus the torch on someone to shoot them.
Alice?
Just gotta get the dark armor off.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one
I've put the
nightmare
game on
into another.
hard, by the way, but it's not that different from normal to
couldn't
hard.
remember how I got
Hard
there.
to Nightmare's
All
a
I knew
bigger
was that
jump, but it's still
something
not like
terrible
crazy.
happened to Alice.
It's not that hard a game.
The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Some of the early bits are a problem on Nightmare, and possibly also on hard.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil
It's okay, we'll have
Hartman.
things to
Seeing
say.
the book brought back my fight with Alice.
And I have to say them
didn't
before
like
I
it,
forget.
and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Damn.
Well, you do hate to see that. We don't have the torch anymore, which is also a problem.
Hello?
We are currently without items.
Hello? Is someone there?
Manuscript page. We need those.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript.
Manuscript
entitled
pages
Departure.
are
That was the
collectibles.
name I planned to use for the next novel I had never
Some
gotten
of them you
started.
can only get on Nightmare
I was
difficulty,
named
but
the
we
author.
didn't
I
have a
hadn't
save, a
I
complete
couldn't
game save,
remember
so we
what I
couldn't
did.
do Nightmare
In the
difficulty.
scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
The difficulty settings make the enemies take slightly more damage and make more and different enemies spawn. Also, wake attacked by Shadow Murderer.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Alan's not a very good writer. I'm watching someone play this the other day, and I was like, I need to replay Alan Wake. It's kind of good.
Anybody there?
I think there might have been someone there.
I've been in an accident.
I think there might have been the kind of person there you don't yell to. I think if I caught a page of a manuscript out of the wind,
maybe I wouldn't have to
and
hike
read
all
it,
the way down to the gas station to
and
find
it
a
was
phone.
about an ex-murderer, and then someone appeared to me in silhouette in the fog, I probably wouldn't call out to them, even if my car had crashed. I think I'd take that as an omen. Ooh. There is fall damage, but not very much unless you fall to somewhere where you're not supposed to be.
Anybody
and then
there?
you die.
Please, I've been in an accident. Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to.
Premium cabins for rent in
Nightfall.
Oh hell!
Carl Stuckey.
Pleased
To meet you.
non-refundable reservation
Deposit required. Fair and square.
Oh, he's gone wrong.
Fair and
square.
Could use a revolver and like a torch, I think. We got a coffee thermos. And a manuscript page. Way over here and let those logs do that. Wake fights a Taken with light.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
There are some manuscript pages that I think I said, didn't I? That only show up on Nightmare, so we won't be able to get all of them. Also, I won't find all of them. But you know. They're a much more exciting collectible than the thermoses. I wonder if you could get hit by that and if it'd hurt. Oh, there he is. I was still jogging along in the cutscene. Let's just get inside.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe.
He is knocking on the door with his axe. He's already doing that. Hey, now we're talking.
During your
Is that treasure? Absolutely.
It's the latest.
Testably
Proven health benefits let you chew one stone. You can see
I wasn't about to open the door, as long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
We're gonna use the phone.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Homie,
Hello? Hello?
Oh, that's an issue.
This is bad.
This is an issue. Big old problem right here. Now, ambient lights like this will still strip. It has to be like this big light to strip the darkness off them. Also, the passive, just holding the torch there, will very slowly remove the darkness.
I'd
It's
never
just way
fired a
too
gun
slow
outside
to
a
like
shooting range, and now I just
be
can't
viable
see
for combat
or
most of the
something.
time. But
There were no bodies.
you know,
They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
never hurts to have the torch on a person, even if you're not doing a thing at that given moment. Those will burn out really fast, but they'll regenerate quickly too, I believe. It's been a minute. I'm probably lying at least some of the time, but you know.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed.
You want to follow
by my
those
flashlight.
arrows.
Someone
They'll
had
lead you
hidden
to
a chest
treasure.
of supplies near it.
Also, Alan will always pull out the gun you just picked up. So if you don't want to use it, switch back to the revolver. Streamer I was watching the other day were having trouble with that.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
These little red boxes, keep an eye out for those. Those are treasure. Once the darkness armor isn't on them anymore, if you like really quickly shine the torch at them, it'll stun them for a second. Otherwise, you have to do it for a little while if they have the armor on to stun them. But you want to be shining the torch at them anyway, because they have the armor on them and it needs to not be on them. Manuscript page.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care.
Gross.
As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
You do have to back out of a lot of menus after one of those. It might just close if I click back again. It does seem a little odd that you have to close out of like 5 menus. Well, that's not where you go. Also, we saw a lot of Shadow Men at this point. Cool. I don't think the bulk of them are like real guys, or ever were like real guys. Some of them very clearly are, and those ones talk to you, but they're just like say words that they might have said
something
like
uncoiled
during the
itself inside
day-to-day.
my head.
They don't say
I
them
realized that I'd have
in
to
a
find
context
way
that makes
across.
sense.
I didn't even want to look at the water.
Don't go in the water, it just instant kills you. Just having a quick peek for treasure. I don't think there's any treasure, and I think we should probably keep moving. If there is treasure, we missed it, but that's fine, because I warned you already that we're going to miss all the dang treasure. Wondering how this controls on controller, by the way. It's pretty dang nice. It's got that like real subtle auto aim that you don't really feel, but it does mean that your aim just always seems to go where you need it. It's beautiful.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his
Joey
calls were
Wheeler
ignored
was
by both
bouncing
Al
off
and
the
Alice for
walls.
several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that. Not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
That's a buddy Barry. Is that where we go? No, that don't look like where we go. If I were in Alan Wake, where would I go? I hurt him. He went. "Rrr."
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
I'm just peeking. I'm just peeking for treasure. We just gotta see if there's a manuscript page or like a chest of flare gun ammo. Imagine. Don't want to miss that. Ah. Yeah, I couldn't even see that guy, and I just happened to perfectly 180 onto him. It's almost as if the game was partially aiming for me. Almost. It does feel real nice though. And it's not like, I don't know. The game is more of like a combat puzzle. Where you just use the distance between you and the things that are destroying you. And sometimes you dodge move. To, you work out who you're prioritizing and stuff. And you know, you have like perfect information on like how much damage you're doing and things. How many shots a given enemy takes to kill. It's very gamey, but in a good way.
Taken. They're taken.
They're filled with darkness. I think. It's another chest. I think there's an achievement for getting all the special chests, but like, we want those anyway because they give you stuff. We have 15 batteries now. They're not normally a huge deal. It normally gives you enough batteries. It normally gives you enough batteries and revolver ammo. Anything else is a bit more limited, but not... You don't want to get too precious with anything. If it gives you stuff, it normally expects you to use it. I think. I'm just gonna qualify everything I say with I think today.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Open that, please. Bullets. We have, I think we're maxed out on ammo. That's not bad, is it?
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Well, there's green stuff over there, so we should probably head that way. I won't go near the flare after it's come out for a minute either. The flare gun's really good. But it'll damage enemies that are just walking near it. It'll probably explode the ones that you shoot at, even if they've got darkness armor. Flares don't care about that. They just kill them. Ooh, there's a new weapon. And, I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember what.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
You don't want to get attacked by birds. Birds aren't that bad. There's a few different types of enemies. We've only seen like the basic guy so far. I think we did see birds
With
only for like 1 second.
Around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Yeah, but also, Alan, there's a coffee thermos. Consider. I mean, I'm not too bothered about the coffee thermoses, but if we see them, we gotta pick them up. Now you might imagine what we're aiming for here. Sort of a bridge. Yeah, that looks good. We have the shotgun now. There's two different types of shotguns. There's a pump action and a double barrel. The double barrel does more damage, and it's the better one if you don't have a lot of shotgun shells. If you do have a lot of shotgun shells, just put the dang revolver away and pull out the pump action, and just that's your new primary. The shotguns do a lot more damage than the pistol. I think it one-shots the regular guys. It definitely doesn't on Nightmare, but I think it does on Hard.
Well, I was
definitely one-shots the wiggly little ones. We haven't seen those yet.
What a night! I know most of you are probably in your beds by now.
This,
but if
I
you're still
kind of
up
love
and
this
around,
radio show.
Take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep.
And you can't just listen to this. There's also TV shows you can just watch for ages. There's like, we might look at those a bit more.
You listeners know I'm a night owl, and it's on
I'm gonna have to
like
say
this,
goodbye
I wish
to
I
the
wasn't
nice
cooped
bird
up in
man.
the studio. Makes an old man
Talks
like
about
me
nature.
wish I could just roam wild.
Running
Here I am,
wild.
and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hang on, there's a caller.
It's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice.
What are you doing,
up to?
Maurice?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walk.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Okay, and I did see these arrows in the background while I was messing around there, so let's just quickly take a second flare gun and remember that he will equip that flare gun. Do you have enough shotgun shells to mess around with, I reckon?
And
Toby's a friendly dog. Toby loves people. It's a gnashing animal over there. I saw an opossum get gnashed.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
I gotta remember to press back to close it rather than B. B is the universal close button, but
the gas station
go
was
through all the
closer now.
menus.
Its light welcoming in the darkness.
Click jump by mistake and I thought he was going off the cliff. Careful, Alan. There's a shiny thing over there. We may be being aggressive. These guys will throw stuff, it's really annoying. Will kill a guy in one shot, this shotgun. Takes one and then like a revolver bullet on Nightmare, I think. Coffee thermos. Beautiful. It is not great out here, although the art design is beautiful, as has been mentioned. So, whoop, that's good. You do take quite a lot of damage. The difficulty doesn't actually affect how much damage you take.
I stepped into the gas station.
It's always a 3-hit kill, I
It was
believe.
dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. Be weird if it did. This looks like where we're headed, actually. I was just going towards the shiny things. We do have max revolver ammo, so maybe we could afford to use some of that. It's just the gameplay's like distinct little combat encounters. I'm sure that's all fine. Oh, the game's not above spawning extra guys because you found one of the treasures, by the way, so keep an eye out for that. Another flare gun. Oh, might want to reload that. All of the weapons in the game are weapons that reload one bullet at a time, so you have to like mash the X button really quick to reload them. It's kind of fun. Kind of works. They didn't do that in American Nightmare. American Nightmare is the DLC. Well, it's like an extra little bit. It's not DLC, it's its own standalone game, but it's not really. It's also bad. Probably shouldn't play American Nightmare. That's a few of them. Definitely some of the wiggly little fellas over there. They always attack twice, and if the first one hits you, the second one will as well. Which is really annoying when it goes into slow-mo for both. We're gonna get another shotgun. Beautiful. We already have a shotgun, but you know, we'll take the ammo. We also have a TV.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men.
They made this silly Twilight Zone knockoff show. There's a few places where you can see episodes of it. It's kind of rad.
A quantum suicide. If our lives are already written,
We're in no hurry, by the way. We can stand and watch TV if we want.
having called a press conference,
I guess we might as well.
Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Get that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I
Where's this
am
shotgun
Dr.
ammo?
Barclay
Beautiful.
Colvin, and I'm glad so
Almost
many
missed
of
that.
you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You
I think that was supposed to be plugged in.
gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses.
Felled by his own
Perhaps
wires.
He should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Just from the end of that, a reminder that Schrodinger's cat is not a real experiment. You're not meant to do it. Please do not put a cat in a box with a radioactive isotope.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Tell you what, I probably should have just ran off while that were playing. I do need to go get my soda, so I'll be right back. Right back. I'm enjoying this. This is a good game. I want to move the microphone because I've been getting this weird background noise. You're probably familiar with it after I've been gone for a second. It's quiet, but it's there. Also, don't really know what to do about it. So we just have to live with it for now. I think it's the wires. I think stuff don't plug in good to this computer on the front. Might have to change how we're doing that. The stream kind of works though, and it doesn't drop like half the frames, so you know. You pick your poison, I suppose. I'm gonna peek over there. Why would there be a behind here if there were nothing behind here? It's fine. Ooh, that is an infinite ammo box. You can go back to that as much as you like. We have enough other ammo to not worry too much about that right now, though, I think.
It can be dangerous. It requires patience.
Does seem to be building up to something, huh? He's the guy, right?
The engine takes hours to cool. Having tools.
I clicked up that. Tell you what, this is going really bad. I don't know why the flooding. Now he's a big wiggly lad, so he's gonna be whooshing. Ooh. Let's take that. You behind me? He's gonna have a lot more health and armor because he's a boss lad. He's also doing this teleport thing. That's normal. But getting rid of the armor on him will always stun him. Whoop, thought I'd reloaded both. There he goes. Nordic walking.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
I reckon we got this. We're doing a bad job of dodging then. It's fine. We had the fly guns. We'd have probably died if I didn't have a fly gun to bust out there. Got focused down one at a time since we have to get the light off them and then shoot them. Can't be trying to aim for everyone at once.
I had seen in Bright Falls when I
Worth
first arrived
remembering.
with Alice.
As we move on.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
I'll tell you what, we're taking that manuscript page. Dang, did I get all of them? No. Oh, wait, no, these are nightmare ones. I did.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Ballad.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
We have to save the fest. It has to go for another year after this one.
Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her
Nordic
back.
walking.
The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, read. Read. It said read. Ooh, Games and activities, raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, surprise competitions, live music. For the children, it's Bucktooth Charlie afternoons and Montgomery the Mystic's amazing Phantasmagoria in the evenings. Don't miss the legendary DFS parade. I got the opportunity to say the word Phantasmagoria there, so you know, always a good day when that happens. Have fun.
Right Falls Sheriff Station.
Ignore the crinkling. It's nothing. You're crazy. The darkness has got you.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
Yes.
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
House gone, wife gone. Also music. Let's just get out of there.
On Alan Wake.
Now we do not know what we do know what happened previously on Alan Wake. We were there, so we are going to skip this too. First bit we skipped was just music. Just a musical interlude. They're very pleasant, but also very copyright infringing. So you know.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Let me just check for treasure first. There might be thermos flasks anywhere. Don't work. Return to sender. An Alex Casey thriller. What I can't forget. Alex Casey. The things that I want. The Fall of Casey. Now if you know Remedy. Does seem a little bit like someone else we know.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
That didn't sound like Alan. Weird. Hang on. There's another one of these.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
It's like Baghdad with G-strings. I'm sorry. Couldn't resist. The first line of the second one was in relation to the Poets of the Fall song that plays in Max Payne 2.
Coffee's on.
And we keep driving into the night.
I'll need it if I'm gonna finish
It's a
this
late
by
goodbye.
tomorrow.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No
We've
kidding.
been to our desk.
I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
What's in
On
here?
occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my
We just
dear.
came from there. I've already seen that.
These look really good.
I was looking for that
Oh,
one.
sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, the last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Sorry, I have to. Oh,
Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
there's the fuse box.
Honey, it's a power outage.
It's not the fuse
I've got the flashlight.
Okay, hi.
Don't we just
You
shine it?
okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
If you didn't get it, the manuscript pages were Max Payne.
Okay.
Alan what wrote Max
I used
Payne?
to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Disoriented.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well.
That's gonna be tricky.
I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
She was in the house that's not there
Well then,
anymore.
Mr. Wake, we're done here.
Not sure how we can fix that.
If you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah...
We only have the powers of a hack writer at our disposal. Also.
good at her job.
Nah.
I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
What am I reading? Oh, yeah. Well, I heard we're going to be stuck here, which is why I said, oh yeah, but I think it may have been someone who won a contest to be in the video game.
Have a nice day now.
It's possible.
I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case. Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Yeah, but Thermos.
Yeah, it's Mulligan
We
here.
probably shouldn't be messing with this. They're probably going to hit that.
There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Depending on what exactly happened, you know.
The sheriff wants to see you in
Might
her
not be
office,
finding
Mr.
Stucky.
Wake.
Hard to say at this early stage with this head wound.
in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
We really did miss a week. We're gonna have a lot of missed calls from Barra.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd locked me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called...
Not right now, I'm being blackmailed.
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Hey, you turn the light. The light's on. The deputies, they don't understand.
Hey, Caleb.
Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Nice man. Way in
spite
for
of its
Mac.
human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman.
Excuse me, sir.
Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it, but it took the pain. Horrible
That
as it
wasn't meant
was,
to be near
the
the
writer would soon
microphone. I'm
fix
sorry.
that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
The dark things, if there was a human and it got on them, they do say
morning light hurt my
things
eyes
that
and
that
made my
human
head
might
ache.
have said
The
in
man
their
on the
life,
phone had
but
said,
it's
"Go
not.
through the
There's no
fence on the
intelligence there.
left."
They don't know what they're saying. I don't know if they're like trying to. I don't know.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off.
Is this an attempt at a disguise or just? I don't know.
One more item before I go. Had a few broken windows.
Does this man just go all day?
Shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating.
I think we found one of those intoxicated young men. We probably want in there. Huh? Kick, please. A powerful kick.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me.
Gonna need
I'm
that
at the
manuscript
sheriff's station.
page.
Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Well, that hasn't happened yet. There better not be copyright music you're playing over there, radio. I trusted you. You were just a nice old man. Oh.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
I do make like Gaff Marenghi jokes where it's not necessarily relevant when Alan Wake is involved, but you know, Gaff Marenghi would say that.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regret.
Take away his pen. He'll write with his
Are
hat.
you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
Take away his paper. He'll write on the wind.
Well, we still
Wouldn't be
need
an
to
ideal
talk
way
about-
to work.
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
Alan.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
Police
I'm
station.
Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
This guy's a weirdo, but Alan also sucks.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Barry's a greasy
Max?
little scoundrel, huh? In a loud chat.
What an airhead.
Oh,
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very
Charlie.
nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you.
Venus is a
Seriously,
big
Al,
dog?
what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just
I
disappeared?
shot like 50
When was the
guys.
last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No!
Yummies!
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. The story would be a
How do we get
bestseller.
out here?
But when you start
Wouldn't be
confusing
a
fiction
bestseller.
with reality, you're buying
wait
yourself
here.
a ticket to the funny farm.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost
Aw.
done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
What did happen?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Tough dog.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Situations always end up in the
Oh, across from Charlie, not behind Charlie. I understand.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
Elderwood.
This whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I'm gonna take the phone to Rusty.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
If anyone said anything in chat, by the way, which I don't think anyone did, but it's just said welcome to the chat room. So I don't know if I've just not been connected to chat the whole time. It's been doing that recently.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said
Alan's
to come
just
alone.
violent
Okay,
and weird and horrible.
I understand.
Not
You're
big
my best
owl
friend,
head.
and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo!
Just be careful with the natives. Yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Achoo!
My thermos sensors were tingling. I knew the bill. Fuck you, Barry. Now we have a revolver and a torch, but we have a lot less ammo than we did last level. And all the other weapons are just gone. You do not carry over things between levels. Between chapters.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Barry will come around. There's a lot going on. Hang on, was there something in the car?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
That's fine. Don't look to be any monsters there. Except for the one chupacabra or whatever that was just now. Which is fine by me.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc,
Beautiful. We have loads of ammo. Oh, okay, maybe the
you make it sound
maybe
a
this
lot
lights
more
out.
organized
It's possible.
than I ever seem to manage.
Well, we doing this? I got the feeling you weren't gonna stick around. If you had, I wouldn't have been ready for it. Fun fact. Sure, I don't want to go around that way. Not a lot of flaw. You're not always necessarily reset to just the revolver and the flashlight, but you do get reset to a starting loadout for each chapter. A powerful. Why were there birds in the door? What? It's an episode.
some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's
Can we have the
episode,
camera closer?
The Man in the Mirror.
That'll have to do for now.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
The reflection doesn't really look like the room behind it.
You're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
How about that?
Your
That's
son
weird.
said you were wearing a white shirt when you
Well,
took
allow
him to
that.
the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
It's a little out of there.
Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Wow. Another exciting episode of Night Springs. I'm sorry, but we are going to watch all of those. I'm sorry. But this is happening. Anyway. I mean, we're looking for our wife, but we got time. I want to check the back of the car, and then I want to go up.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Well, I think it were a 5-bagger now. And, give it like one of those like glow-in-the-dark gummy worm things as a spooky treat. Ooh,
Rose knew
wait
that
a
Rusty
minute.
was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made
How
her
you doing
smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Grab a camp here. 2 manuscripts. Okay, eventually we are gonna reach wives and everything's gonna be fine. You played Alan Wake now? I really like this
Vision
game.
left me weak. This was no
I'll be honest, Alan. The symptoms you're describing, I mean, it could be the head injury. It's not off the table. Hang on, let me look for treasure first. I found a coffee thermos. It's okay. kind of want to check that other building. We should... we'll check that when we come out.
Hello?
Oh, he has a gun.
Mr. Wake?
How'd you use all your dang batteries up?
Oh, hell. It happened.
He has so many batteries. It just keeps giving you batteries.
I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I'm not sure Rusty's gonna be okay.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript.
I
It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
The item management on Resident Evil 2 is a lot harder than in Alan Wake. In Alan Wake, it just throws a lot of stuff.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
It's gonna be fine. Especially in the later levels, you actually just are never wanting for anything, in my experience. Like flare guns, shotgun shells, anything you want. Oh, we got a page.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
We do know that if we go into a well-lit area, any enemies around will despawn. Sometimes it kills them, sometimes they just come back when you leave, depending on the situation.
I was too late.
Yeah,
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker.
The
There was
raincoat
no
killer.
way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with
Oop. You can kill the goop with the torch. You cannot kill them with other things. You can only kill them with things that do light damage. Really? Dodged right into it. How did he know? Must have read the manuscripts.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized
Oh,
hole
yeah.
in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Wasn't Charlie. Charlie's still exactly where he was. Goodbye, Charlie.
Perches up, Park.
Does sound like our bud's not okay, though. It's gone a little wiggly. He really is giving me bullets this level.
The Park Ranger's instructions. At all times.
Whoa! Don't look at the floor, Alan.
Rusty, no! Never. Do bears and wolves never approach any other? Look closer.
Go away, Rusty.
That's us, really.
Okay, give me a minute. There we go. Not too difficult. Shame, though. Doesn't seem like there's any coming back from that, though. You get wibbled by the darkness. So what I'm doing is very briefly aiming the flashlight at them to stun them once the dark is gone, but then coming out of aim mode. Because it isn't aim mode, it's just make the torch more powerful. And it's a good way to keep enemies at bay and keep outputting damage into them. But really, Alan's a good enough shot from the hip, it's fine. Is this okay? Just looking for treasure. I feel like I've missed a thermos. It's fine. We don't care about the thermoses.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
I mean, you can kind of tell if someone's got gore. We don't really know the situation yet, I suppose. But, like, they're not subtle.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
The deck things are capable of doing a conventional attack with axes and hammers and things. Or doing a goop attack, which seems worse. Just looking for treasures, it's fine.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Moonshine Cave, though. And there's treasure in Moonshine Cave? I'm interested. I see you walking in that wall. Careful me. The cave was the site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled on the premises. Fascinating. Hard to see when you're running. The touch just kind of starts wiggling when he goes. We did get an early shotgun. And an achievement, and some batteries. You silly waddle. With his touch and his shotgun. Now, we do only have like 4 spots in the inventory. I believe the bottom one can have... There's 2 different types of items and you can carry both. Any other slot? You do have to... You only get 1. So if you find a shotgun and a rifle, we have to pick if we want the shotgun or the rifle. Who said that? Never mind, I found them. Well, sometimes you get that. It's fine. I'll do that. Seems like the phone's trying to get our attention, but the touch will regenerate really slowly over time. I think I mentioned. So if you're out of battle, don't worry about topping off. It'll do that on its own. If you're in battle, you probably should top off because you get enough batteries. Just peeking. I'm just looking for treasure. There's a pitch right here. See?
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
We should probably ask Rose what's going on in the town. This piece of paper says we should talk to Rose, Alan. It says you're gonna hear, but it says you should probably talk to Rose. Okay, I believe we're about to be jumped. They might be coming behind me already. Not this time. Doesn't seem like a nice place to be right now. Tell you what, though. Take my shotgun. Not doing too bad on shotgun. I'm not sure if there were a fight there that we just wiggled past by accident, but you know, we take those. Oh. Big lad. Yeah, they'll get mad and break out of being stunned by light. I did press dodge though. They also take a lot of bullets. Those will take 8 on Nightmare difficulty, I believe. Which means you are going to have to reload. Did fire 1 into the sky there as a warning, I guess. 1 into the tree. Good. I believe we're good. The Great Old One. Felled by lightning in 1937. Not seeing shiny things in the darkness over there. I am hearing bad sounds. Can get multiple guys at once with the torch. We don't want him to throw stuff at us, so we are going to keep, just try and keep his attention there. Maybe we don't need the shotgun right now. It'll do us a lot better against the big lads. There's a lot of death pits in Alan, so, you know. Be careful when wandering off into the darkness. That might be fine. I think we can outrun those. They will track quite well with the throwing stuff, but you know. Never mind, the thing turned off. Hang on. Beautiful. That'll do me.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol.
We have found a few of those.
Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Fascinating. Something bad has happened to this farm. Someone has put an axe in this farm. Why have you done that? The fawn did nothing. Bear would definitely be less good than what we've been dealing with. That's the only thing that could make Alan's day worse. We must remain vigilant. Big lad. It is kind of hard to tell the different enemy types apart. The ones with knives are the fast lads. The ones with hammers are the big lads. And they tend to wear construction gear, and they're slightly taller than regular guys. I'm sorry, I'm bumping into the microphone. Alan? Well, that'll do. Fight with 2 to kill the little ones, but, you know, as long as he's dead. We'll take those. Do want to go the wrong ways still, but we are getting a lot of ambushes that seem to be occurring as a result of our going the wrong way all the time. It's possible. I am still gonna check this way. This is a place where I'd put a thing. Not even a thermos? Unbelievable. You sure? Not even like batteries? Alan is stuck on everything, I'm sorry. Okay, we're good. He's a big wibbly lad. He takes up a lot of space. Hog. Damn us. Dates from 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty. It's big log. But big log's not gonna save our wife. We're learning about nature though. I think that's where it came from. I don't want to check every wrong way and then not check the one that has treasure. Let me peek quickly. Fruit tree. Yeah, we've been here. It's stuck. I saw that manuscript page. A little sneaky.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I see what's going on here. It's awfully slow. Light behind us is still on there. Down at 3 shotgun shells. Okay, we can just walk through there. Jump is unnecessary. Not sure if we would need to aim here to get his, get him to hold his hands up a little higher. It's fine.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
Alan, please take your things.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
New weapon just dropped. Hang on, I'll just.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Orange.
Why? Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
let's move.
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light
So we
steady.
It took a moment, but
we have a torch and flares. We have many flares.
He'd
though.
been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice.
We'll see those
He
in a
knew my
moment.
name. We were headed in the direction.
Oh yeah,
of
it's the
Lover's
guy
Peak.
who was like
There
danging
no
up his.
way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
We don't have a gun, so, you know, we gotta rely on this guy's imperfect accuracy. We got him in the end. Oh, hang on. So flares, we can hold him and walk around. We can also drop him on the floor. Enemies won't want to go there. They don't like the light. I don't know if that's been established at this point. My guy, kill this one. He takes less shots. He's not good at this. I didn't really need to use a flare there, but, you know, for demonstration purposes, we'll give him a flare. I'm supposed to be following him, but he does seem to be following me, which is awkward. We should stay on the trail. Don't go off the trail. That means you get ambushed. Also, are there any thermoses over here? It's fine. Didn't even want any. I go. I'm sorry. Any sure there's nothing? Please. You have to shoot better. Okay, maybe we should stay on the trail. Maybe staying on the trail now. I was about to go off the trail, maybe you could tell. Is there a revolver in here so we can speed this up some? Absolutely not, but we got 3 more flares, which is all. We already had more than we're likely to use. I don't know why these like little patches of light are. It's weird. I guess it's just light coming through the trees.
Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Okay.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
I'm better with it than you. You're really bad. You're the worst shot I've ever seen. We do know how to use a flare gun, thank you. Don't want him to start throwing stuff. Do want him to bunch up a little bit. This will do a little bit of damage, but it's mostly just a get off me button.
Just a little longer, and I got it.
Speaking of, please get off me.
Move it or lose it.
Yep, let's go. I think they've despawned, friend.
Better get ready. Soon.
Definitely not got all the thermoses and things in this level. Told you that wouldn't last. It's fine. Where are we at? It's fine.
This is it, Wake.
So many flares.
They keep coming. Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
Thermos flask. Can't dodge while the man's talking to me. Well, there's one. There's 2. We are doing a little bit of damage just holding the torch over him. Buddy. The ones that throw stuff are always the big problem. From there, it's our spot. You could kill him, that'd be pretty cool.
Monster!
I'm gonna walk him into the wall over there. I'm gonna... He's not gonna be able to back up any further. Never mind. Ran out of flare very slightly before he ran out of stairs. Cool, we good? Once they've been stunned for any reason, they're resistant to further stuns for a second. Maybe I could push him off the cliff. Doesn't look like it. You wanna get him? Probably shouldn't try and bully the big... Please! How are you so bad? You have to hit someone. You're shooting the wrong guy. Shoot the one who's near you. And also you have a line of sight, so please. Okay. Now we're good. We're not good. You're so bad. You're so bad at this.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring
He's
about
not.
something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and I'll...
Oh, he got a gun again.
You're gonna give me the manuscript, or you'll be sorry.
Oh dear.
No! Come back here!
I think we can all
I
see
swear
where this
I'll
is
kill
going.
you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Oh, hang about.
He had Alice. And
Don't
he
want to be
wanted the
running
manuscript because
around
he thought it held some magical power.
in
But
the
I had
woods.
no manuscript
You're gonna
to
get
give him.
gooped.
I had to get back to Barry and figure
Oh,
out my
flask.
next move.
You tend to get quite a lot of them. And they're good. They're not the most useful weapon for that slot. Another manuscript.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
That is a little loud. Oh, let me try and not fall off this log. Alan will helpfully slow right down when you're going across those, because he's a little wibbly. So that is genuinely handy. There'd be a much higher risk of falling if he just ran normally. He's just a wibbly lad. That is a battery.
Rusty had warned me about these traps. I wouldn't want to get caught in one of them. Those teeth look nasty.
We want to try and avoid them. What? The camera whooshed around and I'm not sure if it was trying to tell me something or not. I don't think that's a path. That could be a path, and I could be very wrong. But it doesn't look like a path. Let's go back before I get stuck. Don't know if we need to shoot those traps or if we can just not walk into them. Probably the letters, you know, better for our continued ammo economy. Doesn't help that they look like collectibles though, because those are very shiny bear traps. They are not manuscript pages. Oh, there's a few. It's more than one. He's not got the best jump on him. Take the ammo. And the manuscript page if you can get close enough without falling off the edge.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Yeah, Alan sucks. He's a piece of shit. I think these are a collectible too. You get a trophy if you knock every stack of cans over in the game. I believe. Doesn't really do anything immediate and tangible, so that's just light. It's not a manuscript page. Calm down, everyone. Might just be one of those in each chapter? No idea. I don't think I ever, like, did the collectibles in Alan Wake. I don't think I ever bothered. If everyone could just not. And you can stack damage from different light sources. So that's handy. You want to keep an eye on those wibbly little lads. The quick. It's getting wibbly out. Yeah, normally just 2 for those. Sometimes 3. That's probably when I just misidentify them. Because they are all kind of similar. They're all just guys, but some of them are wibblier than others, and that means they're less resistant to bullets. You can also tell by, like, how fast the circle goes down as you start looking at them. Should all else fail. That'll do for them. Helps to be doing like 2 things at once, like shining the torch on someone and reloading, or yeah. Okay, there's extra guys because they are throwing stuff. You want to get back, bud? Getting rid of the DAC on someone is always a little stun, even if you're not shining at them good.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my
Alan
body
is
felt
unwashed
though
as
it had been
usual.
chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. But hey, we have the rifle. Rifle's the most powerful gun in the game, I believe? Yeah, rifle does the most per shot damage of any gun. The ammo is less common than shotgun shells. you can get a rifle, you kind of want to keep hold of it, but if you just don't have the ammo, you know, sometimes you gotta go back to a shotgun. It's just how things is. I didn't realize there were a path here. I was trying to go back through the dang forest. Is this a path? That'll do. Broadly path equivalent, I'd say.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here. It was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades.
There's goop here.
Looking at it, sent a shiver down my spine.
We got goop. The goop will hurt you if you walk in it, but you don't normally need to, like, get rid of it. If you don't want... If you're a big goop fan. Where are we pointing? Up. Ooh. That'll do for me. Couple of flares. We have 8 of them now. We are absolutely set on flares. It's good or bad? Was kind of that, but I wasn't sure if he was gonna kill me, you know. On the other lane? Or that arrow pointing? Is it just all the treasure here? That'd be cool. I'll always take more treasure. Anyway, we should probably stop messing around with the plan. Alan is, as is usual, out of breath. Cam, you're not gonna... I'm just walking on rocks. You're not gonna spook me. I'm just walking here. Definitely not just one guy. Okay, gonna need your stuff. Hey. If you do the slow motion dodge, that's guaranteed if you press it at the right time. Even if like you dodge into something so the thing still hits you, you still dodged it. You did the timing right. Good job. Heard him coming. Just very quickly on there. Couldn't really tell if I was shooting him then, but the sounds tell me I was. Gotta watch those dang throwing things. It's always what gets you. Hey. Oh yeah, I have the rifle. What am I doing? Rifle will do most of the basic enemies in one shot, I think. Even on Nightmare mode, it'll still kill the little fast guys in one, I think? Might kill the regular ones in one. It's good, is what I'm saying. Now, I believe on hand it does exactly enough to one-shot the regular guys. So it probably don't still get them on Nightmare, but still. It's good bullets. I thought there was a path here, and I don't know why. where are we headed then? I suppose there was stuff over here, so we'll assume the path continues past the point we ran to. Sound like 2's coming out soon, right? Oh. I clicked that. A little delay between shots, but the damage had to argue it. Before we go anywhere we can't come back from, let me just do a quick scan. There is this silly little path over here. No, Alan doesn't want to walk down there. I'm going to assume that's nothing, because Alan didn't want to walk down there. That's fine. Told you it's fine. Oh, we got goo. No point destroying the goop, but I do like to do it. So, you know, I suppose that's point enough. For me. It goes like that. And that's just hard to argue with.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Weird. Also, there's a page over there. Well, that's not happening. Can we kick this? He's not gonna jump that. He's not good at jumping. He's not good at things. Okay, didn't expect that. Really wobbles. More than you'd think. Sorry, I keep bumping into the microphone. If I move it at all, that's what causes some of the noise. So, there we go. So I've been trying to avoid doing that, and it always ends up in a weird place when it stops making the sounds bad. Get off them, hell.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Birds attacking the cat? What are you talking about? Birds. Weird. I mean, we have been attacked by birds. They broke our lift. It's horrible. Why are we headed up here, Al? Why have we decided we want to be on the top of this mountain? Hang on. Burning goop.
Beware of Widowmakers.
Gonna just get that one ended quick. You'll want to be backing up, bud. Wand him. The darkness? Where's her face? Important information. We got 2 hunting rifles. Speaking of, let's reload that hunting rifle. Pick up another one of the same gun. It does give you, I believe, just always the amount of bullets that gun would be able to carry at full capacity. It doesn't give you a loaded gun. You still have to put the bullets into the gun. Just becomes bullets. Please, Alan. We want to go over the board, bud. Perfect. Get out of the way. See another guy around the corner over there. 2 big lads? I guess we got the ammo for it. Alright, a little bit late on the flare there. I'm sure we'll manage. Now these guys do 2-shot you, so you don't want to mess around with it. Got any treasure around here? Or... probably good to just keep using the rifle for a minute. I don't know. I can see me regretting it later, and we have got Mech's revolver. Slightly less efficient against the big guys, because I believe the first shot picks up, like, most of the health. That said, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, okay. Hunting rifle back out? Hey, it's the thing that the thing said it happened. I want you all to stay over there. Don't think I want to hang out with him. Don't want him to come near me. I don't think we're gonna be friends. The drop a flare on the ground, then stand in the flare and just shoot everyone. Strategy will get you through most of the game. Gonna be honest. It's a gun. It's a winning strat. Gotta be something this way. The sign says to go the other way. That's just how it works. I don't see anything. And also I got turned around and confused. It's fine. Here we go. Elderwood National Park. Made it through Elderwoods.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on
Birds,
my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Never let a bird
Stay
into
here.
your home.
I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still haven't
Never
reached
trust
Barry
bird.
at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
So full on revolver. 'Cause we haven't been using it. That'll happen. I mean, we can take a quick look around. No reason why not, even if it's closed.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
We do have to check the bathrooms, even though if we've already found a manuscript page, I don't imagine that... Never mind, hunting rifle ammo. Vindicated. Not that it was in the bathroom. There's never ammo in the toilet. It was on the counter. It's fine. Anything in here? We got keys. Okay. He's gonna have a hard time getting me if I dole him out. If he's not gonna be able to wiggle around me in this closed space.
The events need to follow a logic that fits the story.
We got TV.
A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
I could hear extra Allens talking. TVs do. Well, a little smoke when those are over. Sure, it's fine. All above board. There is driving in Allen Way. It's good. Is he still alive? You don't normally need to boost the lights when you're in the car, because it does a lot of damage. You don't need to, you know, run over everyone, but, like, who's ever gonna know? There is always a bunch of stuff on the way. Don't know why Alan was looking over there when we came out of. Don't know why he made this decision. Whoops. I want to get back in there, really. Oh, missed one. Can we reverse into one? Absolutely. What's me over there? The sign says go over there. We do keep running into villains. Doesn't have to hit them like at any particular speed. It just has to touch them for 1 second and then they're dead. It's not messing around with this car. Does look to be taking damage actually. But you know. That's what it's for. And I'm having a good time. Now then. Let me head back up a bit. Because as much as Barry does need help and whatever, the thing says to go over there. We're still fine? Oh yeah, we're still fine. I had him coming up behind there. They're good at tracking those. I didn't get the slow-mo dodge, they could have got me. Didn't quite. Oh, I guess they're just infinitely respawning? That's annoying. Okay, I no longer feel like doing this. Because you instantly regenerated the second you died. Let's just go see Barry. Send guys again. Actually, it's one extra guy. Those guys take 2 run overs to kill. Can't really be running around with a bunch of regular enemies respawning. They will catch you. Why is this here? What are we doing here? Is this just another way in, or? This way you go to car brakes? Bloody thermos. Tell you what that is. Alan, you're always tired. Sort yourself out, Alan. Yeah, I did hear someone running behind me. It's fine. My car's looking not great. They'll never see me coming because of my smoke screen move. We got another one here. Not that there's anything wrong with this. I remembered getting a new one. No, we make do. Well, maybe we can't use a car anywhere. Godspeed, car. Well, it's playing the fight music. Don't want to alarm it.
Was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things
we got
I was
birds?
facing.
It's not the first play that we've been having. Didn't want to use all of it. I don't know why you died. That game? Weird. Oh yeah, that'll do it. They were a checkpoint. It must have just turned on for 1 second to immolate that guy.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horse
Did he make
play,
it?
Wake. You deliver the manuscript,
Beautiful.
and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
We only have like
2 days.
30 pages.
The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
I bet Alan could write a story in a week. It's just punching a bunch of keys.
Barry had talked about
Now getting them in the right order. That's the trick. Don't think there's any extra loot in the places we'd already been. But we are back at the start of the level if you didn't recognize the situation. Yeah, I believe you. Whoops. A little low with that. He did serve us taking some of the damage. Now, birds you can't hurt with regular weapons. They are creatures of darkness, those birds. And therefore can only be dealt with weapons that do damage to creatures of darkness. You gotta get the light out. Can be a lot of effects going on the screen at once. Stop it! Everyone stop. Each group of birds is its own distinct enemy. The individual birds are like their own individual guys, but each group has its own like block of health, and the birds will start to like die off as it takes damage. The bigger the group, the more health it has, basically. Don't know if that hit. You can really get him with flares as well if you time it right. I'm not sure exactly how to time it, but you know.
They're gone.
Still kind of blended him.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode.
I'm sorry for hitting you in the head with the door on the way in. I guess we're even.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
You know, Alan just writes in one long run-on sentence, and they have to add in the punctuation afterwards. It's true.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, she sounds not okay, bud.
You and Mr. Wake
Is this normal to you?
I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the
Just did a big stretch.
Good girl.
Oh no, it's doing the music again. It's fine, we'll be able to skip soon. I won't have to just keep wearing for very long. It's gonna give me the skip option. The real skip option. This is the fake skip option, because the cutscene is still going. I need it to stop burring, or to let me leave this horrible place. This place of worry, of doubt, of potential copyright infringement.
Previously on
Okay, there we go. I thought it was an A prompt when it was on the between episodes, but it's not.
I can't tell anyone except...
Well, I think...
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I guess we'll watch this cutscene and then gonna leave it for now. We're 2 chapters in. Out of 5, I think? It's not a long game. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
And you know, the first chapter's a lot quicker than the others, but...
FBI?
we might be able to do another 2 and then... You know what? We might want to finish it off next time. It's, it's like 8 hours and we only played 3. Maybe I shouldn't...
Let's make this quick, huh?
make promises like that. We'll see what we get to. It'll be fine, I think. Sorry, manager. I'm afraid the stream is over. Let me see if I can find someone to raid into. We have... Oh, you know what? I only have 1 viewer, so I'm sure it's fine. Also, there's no one on. We'll just call it here. This was Alan. Maggots. Maggots. All over the floor of the post office in Leytonstone. Alright, where's the off button? Who am I? What am I doing? Okay, it's fine. We good. See you, folks. Been fun. I had a good time. I do genuinely really like this game. As much as I'm not a big fan of Alan and his writing, it's just that's just fun little systems and they just work. It's not really much of a horror game. It's mostly an action game with like a veneer of horror theming over it, but it's a good game, I think. Anyway, bye folks.